Hello, we are back. Hello.
Hello.
But
Hi.
now it's time for
The Ranger episode.
NFC side. What you got going on?
Let me go first.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the Falcons Saints number three seed versus 6 seed. I have the Saints beating the Falcons, and I have the Cowboys beating the Lions. I do have the Saints and Niners playing against each other. Cowboys Packers. I have the Niners beating the Saints, and I have the Packers beating the Cowboys.
Obviously.
Yeah. The Packers, I think, is just too much for the Cowboys.
The offense, yes.
Yeah. And against Packers and Niners in the NFC Championship game, I have the Niners, and the only way the Niners can win this game is if they keep Aaron Rodgers on the sideline as much as they can.
Or they get
just
pressure.
runs their defense to tired.
Exactly what keep. It's like the same thing, really, if you think about it.
Well, even though their defense.
Because the only way the Niners are going to win this game is if they have a time of possession of 40 minutes or more.
Or if they can get pressure on Rodgers, because that
the
offensive
offensive
line
line,
is
yeah.
hurt.
It is.
Yeah. So I'm pretty much not gonna even waste my breath, because I have pretty much the same exact thing he has. Just instead of the Cowboys, it's the Giants. So, that's it. And then my AFC side, because I know ours is different, I got Texans against the Bengals, and then the Raiders against the Ravens. And I don't think that, even though it's a home game, I don't think TJ Yates has enough on the table to beat the Bengals. That's just me. So I have the Bengals moving on in the next round as the 6th seed. And then I have the Ravens and the Raiders. And I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to come down to the wire. And I think Joe Flacco is actually going to be in his career clutch for once. And he's going to lead the team, actually for a second time, sorry. He's going to lead the team down for a game-winning drive, because he did it against me. And he's going to have a game-winning drive and lead the team down and kick a game-winning field goal. And I think the score will be 23-20. And then I have the Steelers playing the Bengals and the Patriots against the Ravens. And I just have the Steelers just beating the holy hell out of the Bengals. Because I don't like them, and I'm sure that my team doesn't either. And I have the Patriots and the Ravens. And then this is where it starts to get weird with the Patriots and the Ravens. Because the Patriots can come out and just score points on any team. Doesn't matter who it is. Just score on any team. And this is where I think that the Ravens finally take their stand and show that they can compete with New England. And I think for a second week in a row, Joe Flacco will prove everybody wrong and lead them to another game-winning drive and beat them. And I think it's going to be 27-23. And then, in classic fashion, AFC Championship game, Pittsburgh versus Baltimore at Heinz Field. And I think that after the first game of the season, second game of the season, that I think that Baltimore is going to get their asses kicked. And if they don't, I will go down to Heinz Field myself and murder every single one of the Ravens. Because I just hate them.
Don't forget, they have.
I don't think.
They have an established murderer.
They really have one there. They don't need another one.
And then, I think that I just don't think that they're gonna have. I don't think Joe Flacco will have a third game-winning drive in his hands, and I think he'll just buckle under pressure and he'll throw that game pick. And I think the score will be close though. I think it'll be 23-17, Pittsburgh. And Pittsburgh will go on to the Super Bowl and go back into the Super Bowl second straight year and face off against San Fran in a rematch from the Monday night Lights Out show, because we all know that San Fran needs a new stadium. Thanks for putting that on the map. Really appreciate it. Thanks for wasting my quarterback's time and everybody else's. But yeah, I see San Fran going up against Pittsburgh in the Super Bowl, and I see Pittsburgh giving San Fran their first loss in Super Bowl history. And us going back rightfully on top, because I know that we are capable of doing it. And for all the doubters out there and for everybody that says that Pittsburgh can't win, good, let them. We feed off that energy. More that you deny us, more that you rebel us and say that Baltimore is going, aye. More that you say that your team, the Jets, are going, New England, everybody else, Houston, it's where we come around the corner. We bite everybody in the ass. We've been doing it. We've been doing it.
Warren Sapp.
Doing it for the past 7 years. Hi, Warren Sapp. We're too old, right? We're too old. We don't have enough in the tank. Good. Keep throwing us away. Keep going over, taking the paper, crumpling it up, seeing the Steelers sheet, and throw it out in the garbage. Because that's exactly what I want everybody to do. Deny us. It's fine with me. I love it. So, who do you got? Who's your picks?
No. I got Tennessee as a 6 seed because I don't think the Ravens are. I don't think the Bengals are going to beat the Ravens at all. They're going to play against Houston. I have Houston winning the first playoff game, and thank God it's against Tennessee because honestly, why would they give up anything that Tennessee hasn't already saw? And Arian Foster, I think, against that defense is just going to be too much for them. And really, all you have to do is rely on TJ Yates to be a game management. Steelers and Broncos. Steelers, I think, will end Tebow Mania, unfortunately. For the next round, the Texans and Ravens. I feel like the Ravens are just going to honestly manhandle the Texans now they don't have Matt Schwab or, we don't know what TJ Yates is going to be. He could be the next Peyton Manning in the playoffs.
There.
Out of nowhere. But,
He's doing fine.
he's doing decent enough to win.
Okay.
And the thing is that he just can't make those interceptions crucial.
Especially in the playoffs.
Make them when it's 14-0 you guys or 20-0. Don't make it when it's 14-7 with 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Why are you throwing the ball?
Just run it.
Exactly. My Madden term. Steelers and Patriots, and once again, the Patriots will not have a win in the playoffs since 2007 AFC Championship game. They have lost every playoff game since then.
I had them losing my prediction.
And they're going to lose to the Steelers. The Steelers are going to go into Foxborough, Gillette Stadium, and do what they did back in week whatever one they played and expose that team or what it really is. And then the AFC Championship game, just like he said, Ravens, Steelers. The only thing is that I have the Ravens winning this game because I feel like the Ravens defense, because they're going to have home field, they're not going to want anything more than to have home field against them. Basically, because I feel like once the Ravens beat Pittsburgh in the playoffs, like no offense to your team or anything, but I feel like then the shift will turn to Baltimore while the Steelers will be a good team in the division until they stock up and become that elite team again. Because they're going to have Ben Roethlisberger, a quarterback for the next 7 years, let's say. So you get another good lineman, couple, maybe one or two, and a good couple corners and everything. And I think that team will be just fine and go up there. So then I'll have the Niners and Ravens as a rematch on Thanksgiving night. And after seeing the Niners finally seeing a defense that can come at them like that, I think they'll make adjustments to where they do more screens and dunks more than they did, or chop block, more screens and dunks than they did back then. I think the Niners will win their 6th Super Bowl in NFL history.
So we got the Niners, and then we got the AFC North. That's pretty much it.
Well, we didn't get much into the NBA, NHL.
It's only our first couple weeks.
Yeah, but you know what?
Everybody's focusing
NFL,
on football.
It doesn't matter.
So,
one more week.
We're talking about football for a couple more weeks more often, and then when football dies down, we're going to have the
basketball coming
and the NHL coming in. And I would just like to point out that before our last NFL episode, I did say that the Minnesota Vikings will not finish better than 8-8. And if they went 8-8 or higher, I would have to wear everything in a Viking. I would have to wear Viking everything. But knowing my knowledge, didn't happen. Sorry. Have a nice day. But from Kevin Davis and James Rowe, as always, you are watching NFL. Stay tuned. on Facebook, on Twitter. Follow
YouTube,
us.
everything.
Follow us on Twitter, KDiesel40.
JRoll28. Have a good day.
I don't have one.
He doesn't have one.